Hi friends, welcome to practice. My name's Bess and it is a pleasure to have you here. This is a half moon class with a twist for Christine, and we are going to get started in child's pose. If you have a block, that might be handy. I'm going to practice without a block today, but could be good. Reach the arms forward. I'm doing the child's pose with toes together, knees wide. But you can do any child's pose that feels good for you. And then just give yourself a moment to soften into the shape, to bring your awareness to your body and to your breath. And just to allow everything to settle in preparation for practice. And take a slow breath in together. And a calm breath out. And then come on up to all fours. And just start to move around in whatever way that feels good. Might be some cat-cows. It might be a bit of movement side to side or round and round. And as you move, just notice how the weight is moving into the hands. Notice if you can grip the ground with your fingertips and thumb tips and make the wrists a little bit lighter. And then when you're ready, just tuck the toes and take this up and back into a downward facing dog. And if you'd like to continue to move around, you are welcome to. And everything accompanied by nice, smooth, generous breaths. Allowing the breath to move into the parts of your body that need it, to wake up the parts that might still be a little sleepy. And then roll it forward to plank pose when you're ready. And every time we're in plank, it is totally fine to lower your knees down to the ground. And just notice here a little more weight in the hands. Shift the weight forward and back, side to side. And just notice how your hands cope with holding a little bit more of your weight today. And take a breath, get long, and then downward facing dog. As you exhale, slow. Again, roll it forward to plank pose. And crown of head stretches forward. Arms are lovely and long, and then bring on the legs. So press out through the heels, make the legs nice and active, and feel how that lightens the shape a little. Take an inhale. And downward facing dog as you exhale. One more time, roll it forward to plank pose. And you have the arms in the game, you have the legs in the game. Let's add a little lift of the navel towards the spine. And then see if you can balance the chest so you're not rounding the upper back too much, and you're also not collapsing the chest towards the ground. Somewhere in the middle, take a breath. And to downward facing dog as you breathe out. Slow inhale together. Calm exhale. And slide your right leg up towards the sky. And go slow and let the movement continue. So my left heel lifts, my right leg keeps lifting. And then draw your right knee in towards your right underarm, or just as close as you can get it in there. Slide it back up towards the sky. Let the movement continue. Left heel lifts, right leg lifts, and again, right knee in towards the right underarm. Pause. This time, step the foot between the hands. Come on to fingertips. If you have two blocks, you might use them underneath your hands. Drop the hips down. Draw the heart forward and through. And then as you straighten the legs, keep the extension of the spine. So my hips go back, but my heart and the crown of my head keep reaching forward. Slowly rebend the right knee. And as the right shin moves forward, hug the right foot backwards. So that leg is going in 2 directions at the same time. Slowly straighten the right leg. Hips go back, heart and crown go forward, long through the spine. My right leg is so active that my toes are lifting up and spreading out. Re-bend the right knee. They do that sometimes when I want a little bit more activity in the leg. Shin goes forward, but feet hug together. Heart lifts. Straighten the right leg, but keep the heart moving forward. Spine stays in extension. Pause. Left fingertips land underneath the heart or to a block. Stretch the right arm up towards the sky, twist. So we've established all of this length up the spine. You keep that as you turn. Work the right outer hip back, the crown of the head forward. Let the breath move through the shape. Slow inhale. Slow exhale. One more breath in here. Start to reach the right arm backwards. Bend the right knee and lower the back knee down to the ground. Stay low or stretch both arms up towards the sky. Breathe in. And stay, hug the legs together. Lift the belly, lift the heart. And take another inhale here. Start to reach the arms forward, down, and backwards as you pick up the back knee off the ground. You're in an arrowhead. Lift the belly, lift the heart a little. Stretch the left heel backwards, reach the crown of the head forward. Long lines through the body. Crescent lunge. Now bring the arms forward and up to upright. Stay, lift the belly, drop the tail. Slow breath in. Calm breath out. Legs hug together, hips lift, heart lifts, maybe the gaze lifts. Take one more breath in. We'll go to a high skandasana to the back of the mat. So I shift my feet around. I adjust the stance if I need to. Bend the left knee. Left toes are pointing out towards the left a little. Right toes are pointing out towards the right a little. Then I'm just working depth through the left leg. Hips reach backwards, heart reaches forward. Slow breath in. I have my arms wide for balance and for strength. Easy twist to the front of the room. Shift the legs around, plant the left hand, stretch the right arm all the way up. Bring the right hand down inside the right foot and then widen the right foot. Even take it off your mat. Set the hands like you're in plank pose. Set the left leg like you're in plank pose. And then hug the legs together. Pick up the pelvis just enough to scoot the right leg back to meet the left in plank. Take an inhale. Bend the elbows any amount. Always fine to drop the knees. Press up, straight arms. Lower your knees and slide your hips back to your heels. Look forward and slide it through for cobra pose. Wrap the elbows in. And as you lift the heart up, lift the navel away from the mat and also lift the feet up. Lift the hands up as well and then stretch the arms back through space. Then let's look for a moment at the rotation of the arms. So spin the palms down and then spin the palms to face into each other. Lift the arms up, squeeze the hands together. So this is an internal rotation of the hands. I'm going to use this at some points in class today. Now we do the opposite. Spin the palms down and then spin the palms out and up. This is an external rotation of the shoulders. You'll feel a width across the collarbones, widening in space at the front of the shoulder. So one more time. Internal, spin the palms in. You can go extremely internal. The shoulders will roll in and down. And then go to external, wide through the collarbones. Big, open, spacious. The heart should lift up. Take a breath. Lower the hands by the low ribs. Land the tops of the feet, cobra up dog, or anywhere in between. Lift the heart up to downward facing dog. As you exhale, Slowly. Take a breath in together. And a breath out. Slide your left leg up towards the sky, but let the movement be continuous. The right heel lifts, the left leg lifts higher, and then draw the left knee in towards your left underarm. Pause. Slide it back up towards the sky. Take your time. Lift the right heel, lift the left leg up. Left knee towards the left underarm. Press the ground away, and then step the left foot all the way forward. Drop the hips down. Draw the heart forward and through. Take your time with this. As you start to straighten the left leg, keep the extension of the spine. So my hips move back, but my heart and the crown of my head move forward. Start to bend the left knee. As the left shin pushes forward, the feet hug towards each other. Lots of activity in the legs. Slowly straighten the left leg. Hips go back, heart stretches forward. Long spine. Again, slowly. Shin goes forward. Feet hug in. So you feel that underline of the left leg turn on. Slowly to straighten the left leg, but pull the heart forward. Land the right fingers underneath the heart. Left arm goes up towards the sky, twist. Work left outer hip back. Crown of head forward. Right leg is alive. That right thigh is lifting up and back. Breathe here for 3. Turn the belly, turn the ribs, turn the gaze. For 2. And 1, reach the left arm backwards, bend the left knee, and lower the right knee down towards the ground. Low Anjaneyasana, stretch the arms up. Hug the legs together, lift the belly, start to lift the heart up and back. But that lift of the heart is supported by so much activity in the legs. Take a breath. Reach the arms forward, down, and back as you lift the back knee up off the ground. Spin the palms down. Let's practice our external rotation of the shoulders. Palms spin out and up. The thumbs point up towards the sky. You feel the space in the shoulders, and then practice the internal. Spin the palms down and in, and feel how the front of the shoulders close off. Back to external. Spin the palms out and wide, then to crescent lunge. Push through the feet, lift the belly, reach the arms up. And take a slow inhale. Lift the belly, drop the tail. Exhale. 1 more breath in here. High Skandasana to the back of the mat. Shift the feet. Bend through the right knee. Take the arms wide if that feels helpful. Hug the legs in. Feel the legs lovely and active. Feel the spine long. Slow, steady breath to support the shape. All right, easy twist to the front of the mat. Shift the feet, plant the right hand, stretch the left arm up. Nice moment of freedom. Bring the left hand down inside the left foot and widen that foot to the left. Set the hands like plank, right leg like plank. And I just hug and lift the hips up just enough to sneak my left leg back to plank. Take a breath in, balance the chest, bend the elbows, chaturanga. And press up, straight arms, lower the knees, and slide your hips back to your heels. Look forward and slide it through cobra pose. Lift the navel, lift the heart up. Pause. Lift the feet up as well. Lift the hands and reach the arms back through space. Okay, spin the palms down and then spin the palms to face in. Just a slight internal rotation. Lift the hands up. Try to bring the palms towards each other. And then lift the legs and lengthen them like you're pulling something heavy. Bend the right knee and pull the right heel in. Use the right hand, hold the outer edge of the foot or the ankle. So you hold from the outside, and then you lift the belly. You work to keep the right lung pulling forward, but press the right shin backwards through space. Slowly release, no slingshots. Press the right leg back through space. Slowly draw the left foot in. Reach the left hand back, hold the ankle or the foot from the outside. Notice how that left side wants to shorten. Lengthen it by pulling left ribs forward, left hip away, and then press the shin back through space. Breathe, lift the navel. No slingshots, release slow. Stretch the left leg back through space. Plant the hands by the low ribs, cobra up dog, or anywhere in between. Lift the belly, lift the heart. To downward facing dog as you exhale. Slow breath in. Calm breath out. Lift the heels, inhale. Bend your knees, look forward, step or hop the feet outside the hands. And come to an active squat. Bend the knees a little, lift the belly, lift the heart. Slow, steady breath. Hug the legs in, find a neutral pelvis. Press the legs to straight, stretch the arms up towards the sky. And then back down, this time to a low malasana. Adjust the feet and bring the hips all the way down. And take a slow inhale and a calm exhale. And from here, lower the bum down and lift the legs up. The moment of core that you've all been waiting for. Take an inhale. Maybe you straighten the legs. And take another breath in, and then lower down to the sacrum and pause. Lower the back ribs down and pause. Lift the right leg up towards the sky. Reach the arms up and overhead, get long, reach out through the toes, and then reach your hands up towards your right toes and try to curl the chest up and away from the mat. Reach the arms up and overhead again, and get long, and then take prayer hands outside the right leg, twist and lift. Try to get the right shoulder blade up off the ground. Take the arms up and overhead again. Take a little rock of the legs and come on up to a split-legged Navasana, and then open twist to the right. Reach left arm outside the right foot. Keep that right leg as straight as possible. Breathe for 3. You've got it. I'm right here with you. 4, 2. And 1, back up through the middle, Navasana, and then bend the knees. Place the feet. Let the feet come wide. Lift yourself back up to the low squat. Press down through the feet, reach the arms all the way up towards the sky. And then bend the knees, come back down to the active squat. Fingertips go down, draw the heart forward and through. Chaturanga as you exhale. You can step to plank, lower the knees if you like. Press up, straight arms, lower the knees and slide your hips to your heels. Look forward and slide it through. Cobra pose. Lift the belly, lift the heart, lift the feet up as well. And then lift the hands, stretch the arms back through space. Spin the palms down and then in. So slight internal rotation of the arms. Lift the arms up like you're pulling something heavy. Pull the heels in, reach the hands back, and then take a hold. Ankles or feet. Press the shins back through space. Lift the belly, draw the heart forward and through. Breathe for 3. Breathe for 2. And 1. No slingshots. I release, and then with control, I press my legs back through space. Land the hands by the low ribs, cobra up dog, or anywhere in between. Lift the belly, lift the heart. Downward facing dog as you exhale. Slower breath in. Calm breath out. Lift the heels to breathe in. Bend your knees, look forward, step or float the feet outside, the hands active, squat, inhale. Stay for the exhale. Press the legs to straight, stretch the arms up, and then sink the hips all the way down to a low squat, malasana. And take an inhale. Sit the bum all the way down. Other side of your Navasana series. Lift the legs, maybe straighten them. Take an inhale. Lower to the sacrum. Breath in. Lower the back ribs down. Slide your left leg up towards the sky. Get long through the legs. Reach your arms up and overhead, stretch. Reach both hands up towards the left toes, and my foot is pointed, so I can't quite make it there, but I'm trying. And then reach the arms up and overhead again. Take prayer hands outside the left leg. Reach and lift the heart. Draw the belly back. Reach, reach, reach. Curl. Arms go up and overhead. Little rock of the legs to come up. Split-legged Navasana. Lift the hands and then twist left. Reach wide through the hands. Stay here. Stay with me just for 3. You've got it. You're stronger than you think. Stay for 2. And 1, back in through the middle, and then bend your knees. Place the feet to the floor. Whew. Widen the feet, lift yourself up. Low malasana. Press through the feet, straighten the legs, stretch the arms up. And then sit the hips down, active squat. Exhale. Fingertips go down, draw the heart forward and through. Step or float, chaturanga, as you exhale. Press up, straight arms, lower your knees, and slide your hips back to your heels. Look forward and slide it through. Cobra pose, lift the belly, lift the heart up, lift the legs up as well. Lift the hands, stretch the arms back through space. So last time we did internal, let's go to external. Palms point down first, and then they spin out and up, and you get this big feeling of space and openness across the front of the collarbones. Feet hip width, draw the heels in slowly. Stretch the arms back without changing the hands. Maybe you hold the ankles from the inside. Flex the feet, and then press the shins back through space. Lift the belly, draw the heart forward and through. Breathe for 3. Breathe for 2. And 1. Release with control. Stretch the legs long. Plant the hands by the low ribs. Cobra up dog or anywhere in between. Downward facing dog as you exhale. Slow breath in. Calm breath out. All right, slide your right leg up towards the sky as you breathe in. Draw the right knee in towards the right tricep and pause. See if you can make contact, and then step the right foot as far forward as you can get it. Set the feet for warrior 2, and if you have a block, you can set that inside the front foot, and then spiral the arms up and wide. Virabhadrasana 2. Now what I'd like you to watch for in this right leg is the right knee pressing out towards the right so that the thigh and the knee are in the same direction as the second and third toes. The right outer hip draws back and underneath you a little, and the right shin presses forward. Spine floats between the 2 legs. Slow breath in. Calm breath out. Again, inhale here. Relax the shoulders, reach out through the fingertips. 1 more breath in. Calm breath out. Keep working right knee wide. Reverse the warrior. Straighten the right leg as you come on up. So it's a reverse triangle. And then to Trikonasana, reach the right arm forward, forward, forward. And then let the hand come down. It might land on a block. It might land on the shin like this. If it's on the shin, make sure the shin is pressing forward into the hand. Maybe the fingertips come down to the ground. But notice the right foot is still pointing forward. The shin, the knee, and the right thigh, all pointing forward. So my right outer hip draws back, my belly lifts, and my heart and the crown of my head pull forward. Long line through the spine. And take a breath here, and then bring the left hand down to the left hip. We'll transition it to half moon. So watch the right foot, keep it pointing forward, watch the right knee. So you bend the right knee, you take your block or your hand out in front. Maybe you shorten the stance first, and then you float the left leg second. Now, you can keep the right hand on the ground here, or if you like, you can use a block, or you can be floating the right hand up and off the floor. If you'd like, you stay here. If you'd like Chapasana, reach the left arm up and then reach it back. I'm going to take a hold of the foot with my shoulder externally rotated. So I spin my palm out and up, I bend my left knee, and maybe I take a hold of the foot from the inside with the shoulder open. If you have the foot, we'll turn this into a dancer's pose. So you'll bend the right knee, lift the belly, and start to reach the right arm forward and up. Otherwise, you can stay in the Chapasana, or you can just come up and take dancer's pose without that funny transition. We're here for 3. We're here for 2. We'll meet in stag pose. So I draw my left knee forward and through and all the way up, and then cross left ankle over right knee and sit down for a standing pigeon. Lift the belly, start to descend the hips, and you start to flex at the hips so the heart comes down towards the left shin. Breathe here, slow and steady, just for 3. Just for 2. And 1, stand up slow, draw the left knee up and in front of you to Dekasana. Stretch the left leg backwards through space. As the heel goes back, the heart moves forward. You'll reach your arms backwards and find external rotation through the shoulders. So the palms move out and up, and the front of the shoulders are open. Lift that back leg a little higher, make it a bit brighter. Take a breath. Start to bend the right knee, Skandasana to the back of the mat. You can do high like we did earlier, or you can come to a low Skandasana, your choice. It's just the transition. Easy twist to the front of the mat. Left hand comes down, right arm stretches all the way up. Now you can choose your transition out. You can step to dog, you can take a vinyāsa. If you'd like the L handstand, plant the hands, slide the right foot a little bit back, and then come on up. Wherever you are breathing slow, steady. And we all meet in the downward facing dog. Slow breath in. Calm breath out. And slide your left leg up towards the sky. Breathe in. Climb the right heel up. Draw the left knee in towards your left underarm. Pause. And step the left foot forward. Set the feet for warrior 2. And if you used a block, place it now inside the front foot. Then you spiral the arms up and wide. So in this whole sequence, the warrior 2, the triangle, the half moon,
What I'm focusing on is keeping this left thigh bone tracking forward, the knee and the shin and the foot tracking forward. So it starts here in, a shape that is not too complex. At least we have 2 feet on the ground. I'm working left outer hip back, left shin forward. I widen the left knee so that my knee is pointing in the same direction as my second and my third toes. The spine, the arms float in the middle. Take a slower breath in. And a calm breath out. You reverse the warrior, straighten the left leg as you go, but keep left outer hip drawing back. Left knee keeps pointing forward. Trikonasana. Stretch the left arm forward. You might bring the hand to your block or to the ground or to the shin. Notice here the tendency, the left knee wants to roll in. Don't let it do that. Draw the left outer hip back. Press the left shin slightly forward. Tail reaches back, crown of head reaches forward. I grow longer through my spine. Slow, steady breath. Take another breath in. And then as you look down, bring the right hand down to the right hip. To half moon, I bend my left knee. I watch the tracking of the left knee, the left foot, the left thigh. You can move the hand or the block out in front, shorten the stance first if you like, and then float the right leg up. And then notice left foot, see if it's pointing forward. See if you can draw the left outer hip back and draw the heart and the crown of the head forward. Stay here or reach the right arm up. Stay here or reach the right arm back. Keep it in the external rotation. Bend the right knee and you hold the foot from the inside. Notice to get that, I had to bend my left knee slightly as well. The foot kicks back. I lift my belly. You can stay here, or we take it through to dances, or you can just bring the right foot down, stand up, and then take dances from a standing position. If you have the foot, you're lifting the belly, kicking the foot back in towards the hand. We stand all the way up to stag. Draw the right knee forward and up. And then open eagle, cross the right ankle over the left knee and sit the hips down. Allow the breath to be slow and steady. This is your resting, your gathering moment. It's all relative, resting in my classes. I call this active rest. Take a slow breath in and a calm breath out. And you're just practicing remaining calm while you're asking quite a bit of your body. Yeah, physically you're working, but can you keep the breath calm, keep the mind calm? And there, in that, you're calming your nervous system down, even while the body's working hard. Stand up, lift the right knee up. So it's all on purpose, I promise you. Dekasana, stretch the right leg back through space. Stretch the arms backwards. Open the front of the collarbones. External rotation through the shoulders. Reach through the right leg. Lift it. Make it lighter. Lift the heart. Slow breath in. Start to bend the left knee. Skandasana to the back of the mat. You choose high or low. Just a transition. Easy twist to the front. Bring your weight forward. Land the right hand down. Stretch the left arm up. You choose your transition out. Dog, vinyāsa, or L handstand. Breath slow and steady. We all meet in the downward facing dog. Take a breath. And a calm breath out. Okay, slide your right leg up towards the sky. Breathe in. And draw your right knee towards your right underarm, and then step the foot behind the right hand. Warrior one, back heel comes down. If you have your block, set it inside the front foot, and then bring your spine to upright. Lift the belly, hug the legs together. Lift the heart a little. Lean slightly forward, shorten the stance slightly. Come to upright, straighten the right leg. Bring your right hand down to the sacrum with the fingers pointing down. Lift the belly, stretch the left arm up, and then start to lean forward. Go slow here. Work right outer hip backwards. Heart forward, left arm reaches, and then bring the left hand down, floor or block. So when I come here, I notice, look, the ground's too far away from me, and I don't have a block to help lift up my heart. So I'm going to step my left foot a little further back. By widening the feet like that, the pelvis is now lower, and when I lift my heart, I have more of a chance to extend the spine rather than having to fold forward. You can bring the right hand round to the right outer hip and help yourself to draw it back. Draw the heart forward, stay there, or stretch the right arm up towards the sky. Spin. Keep working, weight through the left foot as well. Right hip draws back, crown of head draws forward. Turn. Slow breath in. And I'm feeling all my back muscles as well, helping me turn here, pulling that right shoulder around, left shoulder under. Bring the right hand to the right hip, look down. Lift the back heel up. Bring your block with you if you have it. Step it a little out in front, and then lift the back leg up. So this is a supported warrior 3. You can stay here and breathe, or you can add the twist. Lift the belly, lift the heart. Start to stretch the right arm up. Stay here or reach the right arm back. Bend the left knee and take a hold of the foot. My shoulder is in external rotation, same like before, which means I hold the foot from the outer seam. Then I lift my belly, I stretch the left shin back, and maybe I bring it up to dancers. Otherwise, you can fold forward, stand up, and then take this revolved dancers from standing. Press the left shin back. Lift the heart forward and up. Breathe for 3. And breathe for 2. We meet in a stag. Draw the left knee forward and up. To the open eagle, cross the ankle over the right knee and sit yourself down. This time, if you'd like to take a variation from the open eagle, you're welcome to take it. That might be a twist. I'm going to take an arm balance. I bring my hands down. I hop my right foot back a little. My hands are shoulder width apart. I bend the elbows and I hook my left shin around the back of my arms. Then I lift my right foot up, Ekapada Galavasana, and maybe I reach the right leg back through space. Breathe for 3, for 2. And then we reverse out the same way we came in. Come up to stag, left knee draws in and up to a Dekasana. Stretch the left leg back through space. Reach the arms back. External rotation through the shoulders, collarbones wide. Left leg is going long. Skandasana to the back of the mat. Control the transitions, high or low is fine. Easy twist to the front, plant the left hand down, stretch the right arm up. Choose your exit out. Down dog, vinyāsa, handstand. We meet in the downward facing dog. Take a breath. And a breath out.
Slide your left leg up towards the sky. Lift the right heel. Draw left knee in towards your left underarm. And step the foot. Warrior one, set your block inside the front foot if you're using it, and then reach your arms up. Lift the belly, lift the heart. Lean yourself a little forward, shorten the stance slightly, but not too much, like I did last time. Straighten the left leg. Bring the left hand down to the sacrum, fingers point down. Lift the belly, reach the right arm up. And then start to lean yourself forward. Little bend through the left knee. Go slow. I go so slow on this transition. I'm observing my left outer hip. I'm drawing it back, drawing the heart forward, and then the right hand comes down. I decide if I need the feet a little further apart or a little closer together. And I notice my hips, so you can help yourself feel with the left hand here. I can feel my left hip is way further forward than my right. So I work left outer hip back, right inner thigh up. I see if I can make my pelvis a little bit more neutral. And then from that neutral pelvis, maybe I start to turn. So it'll never be totally neutral, yeah? Because the legs are split, we're twisting, it's allowed to turn a bit. But if it turns too much, I get big imbalance and it's harder for me to extend the spine. Left arm can reach up. I turn, and I feel as well here, my back muscles helping me turn, drawing that left shoulder down towards the spine, wrapping my right rib cage under. Bring the left hand down to the left hip, look down, lift the back heel up. Hand block out in front, lean forward, lift the back leg. Make that back leg lovely and strong. Lift the belly, draw the crown of the head forward, and then start to turn. You don't have to add the twist, you can just stay. Chest pointing down to the ground, otherwise left arm reaches up. Stretch back through the right leg, forward through the crown. Stay, or with external rotation, reach the left arm back. Take a hold of the outer edge of the right foot. If you have the foot, you press the shin back through space. It probably won't go so far, that's okay. And we turn it into a dancer's pose. Or you stand up and you come into dances from standing. Ooh, that was super wobbly on my part. Stretch the right leg back. Draw the right arm forward. Look for the middle point. Look to balance the forces in your body. Push back, lean forward. We stand all the way up. Ooh, that one's big time. Stag to open eagle. Cross the ankle over the left knee. Sit on down. Lift the belly. Take the sit bones back and down. Breathe. You can stay here if you'd like the arm balance. You can bring the hands down. Hop the left foot back a little if you want to stay on your mat. Hands go flat. I bend my left knee. I place the shin on the back of the arms. I lean forward. I lift the left foot. You can stay there or stretch the left leg back for 3, 4, 2, and 1. Bend the left knee. Plant the foot, stand all the way up, lift the right knee up. To Dekasana, stretch the right leg back through space. Lift the belly, reach the hands back. And start to bend the left knee, Skandasana, to the back of the mat, high or low. Easy twist into the front. Land the right hand, lift the left hand up. You choose the exit out. We meet when you're ready in a downward
facing dog. Slow breath in. Calm breath out. Again, inhale. And exhale. Okay, bit of an active wind down. Slide your right leg up towards the sky. And then step your right foot outside your right hand. Lower the back knee down. Left fingertips down to the ground. Reach the right arm up and around and back. External rotation through the shoulder. I hold my foot from the pinky toe side, which is a bit hard to find when you're twisted and not looking at the foot. If you have the foot, you can draw it in, back the hips off, bend the elbow, find a stretch through the quad. Wherever you are, you breathe. Lots of possible variations here. You just find somewhere that feels useful. Just for 5, for 4, for 3, 2, and 1. Release the foot. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee up, and then walk your hands over to the left. Pivot the feet so they're pigeon-toed, which means the toes turn a little in of the heels, and then you walk the hands backwards and fold. Let the head drop down. Let the neck lengthen. Breath slows. And then lift halfway. Walk your hands around to the back of your mat. Lift the back heel up and lower your back knee down. Right fingertips stay down. Reach the left arm forward, up, and all the way back. Maybe take a hold of the foot. If you can't hold the foot, don't worry, just stay in the lunge. You'll still get a really nice stretch through the front of the right hip. The heel draws in towards the bum, and you breathe. So you know this class, I'm going to call it a general level class. I've been debating that in my brain. But you could have done this class and taken all of the options and variations, and it might have been, a very quite high level class. Or you might have taken none of them. You might have stayed in your half moon and stood up and taken that dancer's pose. No problem. Left out the fancy stuff. You'll still get all of the benefit. We just practice where we're at, yeah? No need to go any further than that. Just meet yourself where you're at. You find what you need in order to feel your body, in order to contact your breath. And gently release the back leg. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee up. Walk your hands all the way around and around. Come all the way to the front. And then step it back, downward facing dog as you exhale. Lift the heels up as you breathe in. Bend your knees, and you can jump through, or you can just lower your knees to the ground and take your hips to one side and swing the legs forward. Let's take Tadasana. Bring the soles of the feet together, the knees wide. Big diamond shape with the legs. Fingertips behind you, lift the heart up. And then take a little fold as you exhale. Just noticing, some of these big shapes when we're moving and we're working hard in a vinyāsa class, it kind of stirs things up. You can feel maybe your breath speeding up, you can feel your muscles working, maybe you get a bit of a sweat happening. You can feel your nervous system kind of lighting up, yeah? So these end moments of class where we're doing some quiet stretches, we're spending time just winding down, what you're doing is you're working to settle down any of that sort of activation from the practice, working to dissolve any residue of the poses, any residue that the shapes left inside your body, inside your mind, or even in your breath. So that you can bring yourself down to a balanced state. Alert, aware, but relaxed and calm. Walk the hands back in, back up. Bring your knees together. Shift your hips a little forward. And then lie yourself down. And cross your right ankle over your left knee. Little supine figure 4. Draw in. And eventually, if you practice yoga a lot, if you practice asana, the shapes a lot, you'll find that as you become more familiar with the shapes, they leave less of a residue in your mind, your body. They don't disturb you so much. And maybe eventually you can do whole classes without much, being stirred up, without poses leaving a residue in your body. And then the whole practice is calm, balanced, nervous system is calm. But for most of us, even for me, my nervous system will ramp up. And gently release the left leg. Take a hold of the big toe of the right foot and place the left foot to the floor with the knee bent. And then just start to straighten the right leg up towards the sky. It might not go all the way. And instead of holding the toe, you might hold the calf and you might hold the back of the hamstrings. Lots of options. So even for me, poses leave residue. That revolved dances for me, it left a bit of a residue. And then I use the next shape, the standing figure 4, to calm things down, but then we arm balanced. So it's always this, you're riding this wave and you're working out, for me, how far do I take myself? How close can I get to the edge? That I can still bring myself back, that I can still find a calm space. And that's sort of the edge that you're practicing on when you do asana, like this anyway, when you're doing my classes. Bend the right knee, and you'll take it over into a twist. Any twist is fine. And there might be days when you're not up for that, when you know that your nervous system just needs to stay very calm and easeful. You choose, a nice fluid, easeful class or yin. And, that's what you need that day. But when you practice vinyāsa like this, it demands a bit of you. And you're just playing at that edge, yeah? I like that edge. How far can I take my nervous system? Then I can still bring it back and I can still come down into that rest and digest state, parasympathetic nervous system, come back into the middle, rather than staying in that fight or flight, when you get too amped up and you can't come back. Figure 4 on the other side. So that's kind of what I'm guiding you towards in my classes is, I want to go to the edge and I invite you to step to your edge, but never so far that you can't bring it back, that you can't bring the breath back down. Bring your mind back to a space of calm. It's just a bit of insight into my practice, what I'm doing when I'm practicing asana, and how I make decisions about which shapes I do and where I take them, how far I take them. It's a nervous system practice. to the single leg stretch. You can take a hold of the big toe, straighten the leg, the calf, or behind the thigh. Leg draws gently in. And then over to your choice of twist. And in the bigger picture, what I am developing in myself is the muscle of resilience. Resilience of my body, resilience of my nervous system to, cope with the demands of day-to-day life in a world that is not calm. So I'm using my practice to up-level my nervous system so I can step out, I can meet people and events that are not calm, but I can remain calm. Not all the time can I remain calm. It's a work in progress. Come back in, stretch the legs out, and take rest. Always fine if you'd like to take other shapes, if you like to rest in a different position. If you need to get a blanket, make yourself cozy. You do what you need to do. And this is the ultimate moment where you locate any of that residue I was talking about. Any little pockets of tension remaining maybe between your eyebrows, behind your eyes, the corners of your mouth, your jaw. The residue of the practice or of your life, it sits in sneaky places. You just scan, you gently notice those places of tension and you let them soften, you let the residue dissolve until all that's left is vast, open space. And you rest there. And you're welcome to stay and rest for as long as you need today. But if you are ready to move, you can slowly move your body, make your way up to a seat. And fold your hands in prayer gently, bow your head. I bow always in gratitude for the great privilege that I have of practicing here on this beautiful land. I'm on Bundjalung country. My name's Beth. Thank you so much for joining me. You could have done anything with this hour of your day, and you chose to do this disguised nervous system practice that looks like an asana class. So thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you next practice. Lots of love.